everyone, and welcome back to MGN The Echo. I'm Ovela, and I'm with
M Angel.
So today we're going to review the new movie, The Jungle Book, directed by Jon Favreau.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that guy who appears in Friends. You know,
we know him as the boxer from Friends. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. The boxer from Friends.
Yes.
Monica's rich boyfriend.
But since then, he's gone on to become quite a director.
Yeah, he directed Chef, right?
He wrote and directed Chef.
Yeah, that was a cool movie.
He directed the whole Iron Man franchise.
He did?
He directed, yeah.
Oh.
He also, he produced the Avengers franchise.
Nice.
Yeah. He's been very busy.
Good for him.
And other things, but...
I like him. He looks cool. You know, he looks cool.
Yes, he does. And... the screenplay for The Jungle Book was written by Justin Marks. He's not really known as a writer.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't done anything huge. He did Rewind in 2013, a Street Fighter movie as well.
Okay.
But I thought it was an interesting choice to go with somebody new for the script. But then again, why not? When the book has already been written by Rudyard Kipling.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie, was it? I don't know. I don't remember if the first Jungle Book movie, the Disney movie, was released in 1967 or the book was written in 1967.
All I know is that it's been a long time.
Yes,
you know?
I'm gonna say it was written in 1967.
I mean, we grew up with the cartoon,
yes,
you know, so
yes,
the Disney cartoon. So, and we're not that young.
Well, speak for yourself, Grandpa.
So we watched the movie today.
Yes. Just came back, fresh in our minds.
Yeah, fresh in our minds. So we decided to make a review for you guys.
Yes.
So this will be a spoiler review. I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to talk about whatever I want. So the story is, for those who don't know.
No, you're not going to tell them. If you don't know what The Jungle Book is about, then go back to bed.
Well,
you're not born yet. I don't know. No. Turn this off, okay? I love you very much. Turn this off and run your little butt up to the Blockbuster in your neighborhood, or I'm sure it's on YouTube, or maybe on Netflix if you're in the U.S. But Canada, we don't get we don't get much on Netflix, so it's probably not in Canada.
Ooh.
Yeah,
shots fired.
Elegant shade to Netflix, but we still love you. We can't really live without you. No, watch The Jungle Book, the Disney classic, but it still doesn't really give you what the book has to offer.
Well, still, let's tell them a very fast summary of the story.
Right. Go ahead. I'm interested to see how you describe it.
Well, it's all about a human cub that was found in the jungle by a jaguar, or no? What? A panther. A panther named Bagheera.
Not pink.
No, black, very black, yeah.
A black panther.
So Bagheera, when Bagheera finds the cub, he decides to give it to the wolf pack, so that they would raise it as one of their own. When Shere Khan, the bad animal, the tiger
of the jungle,
the tiger of the jungle,
one of the most important tigers, most rebellious. He's infamous, basically.
Yeah. Like all the animals
the
in the jungle know
infamous
about
tiger
him,
of the jungle, yes.
Because he's a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah, he kills for fun, apparently.
For fun, yeah. So...
nonsense.
When he finds out that there is a cub human in the jungle, he obviously wants a piece of that.
Well, it's a little more than that, as the movie and I guess the book shows us. I didn't read the book, so I don't know what it talks about. I just saw the original Disney classic cartoon. And
at first he says that it's in the rules that humans...
Sure, but he has a vendetta. That's why he wants Mowgli, because Mowgli's father burned his eye.
Yes.
But
since...
revenge! He's like, I will crush you, little one.
Mowgli's father burned his eye, and apparently Shere Khan did not even notice Mowgli as almost like a baby, right there next to his father, he just ran away because he was all burnt and stuff.
All burnt and stuff, yes.
Yeah.
Crispy tiger. Dragon eye roll.
What?
I'm just sorry. His eye was fried like a dragon eye roll. First impression. What's your overall conclusion? We'll start with an intro. Actually, what did you think?
I liked the movie.
You liked the movie.
I had high expectations. So, but I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it. I had a few problems. I liked a few things, so I will talk about my pros and cons a little bit later.
All right.
So if you have a general...
my takeaway, I guess, I loved it. I am the opposite of you. I went in with very low expectations because I'm not a fan of the original.
Okay.
And I was very much delighted with this version of the Jungle Book telling. It really was more for me than the cartoon was, which I guess we'll get into, but basically I felt it was a bit geared way more towards a certain type of person, mostly boys, I guess. Everything was pretty brown and green, and those aren't really my favorite colors, and the drawings were rough, and even though the Aristocats, which was also published by Disney around the same time, I love that movie, but the Jungle Book didn't resonate with me, and I didn't really care about any of the characters. But in this film, they connected with me. The story connected with me, the acting, everything.
Okay. So what was that like your... So do you have any cons?
Cons? You mean, do I have any share cons?
Oh, snap.
Ballin'. It's hard to say. I would say the weakest link, Mowgli's acting at times.
Well, it's a tough job.
That's what I was thinking.
The kid was acting alone.
Yes.
No, there's nothing, it's animation.
Yes,
so.
First of all, he was acting alone, so I can't say anything. He did an amazing job.
Yeah.
The actor, I forgot his name. He did an amazing job. I loved him because...
Well, I didn't like his fake wig. What was up with his diaper? Because in the original Walt Disney cartoon, he has like a tiny, what do you call it in English? A snip. How do you call it in English?
Like an underwear. You could just say
just
underwear.
a very thin underwear. But this time around, he has like a big diaper.
He's a human. He's a real person. That cartoon, no one in the jungle can make a diaper that small. Come on.
Why are you talking about? I would just want Jon Favreau to be more, truthful to the original.
Nobody needs to see a little boy's business, okay?
He has no business. He's a little boy. His thing is this big.
Still, okay? Protect the child, all right? No need to see him running around nude. There are too many creeps out there, okay? I understand that.
I'm just saying, it looked like a hard diaper. It was weird.
I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was an issue, but apparently it bothered you.
But the kid did look like Mowgli from the
Oh my god,
so
yes he did.
Was good.
Yes he did. It was crazy.
I have cons, okay? You might
you
not
have cons. Right?
I have cons.
Right.
I have to...
I just want to say I don't have many cons because so many things... They did a lot of things that actually were pros for me. But go ahead. Now go into your cons if you want.
First of all, I have to say, I grew up with the cartoon, so I love the cartoon. I watched it in French. So to me, the songs were kind of... they were fine. They didn't have that oomph, that punch, No. They didn't make me dance the way the original made me. They were good. I liked them. But they were not, they didn't have that. And they were in English. And I know them in French, like the Bare Necessities song. For us, it starts like Il en faut peu pour être heureux. Il en faut peu pour être heureux. You know
You're
the
a
rest.
lyricist, obviously.
So that's that. And
can I interject on that point?
Sure, go ahead.
As a person who grew up with the English version. And who loves musicals, and you don't love musicals, I can confirm with you that this movie was not a musical.
Yeah, I know. I felt like it didn't know what it wanted to be. It was like in the middle, It was like either go hard, do the whole thing, or just don't.
It was the Christopher Nolan approach to the Jungle Book, if you will. Yeah. It took it very seriously. I bet the book must be serious is why. And the cartoon original is silly and goofy. It's a Disney classic, But yeah, so the songs, they were more like as two people would be humming, the Bare Necessity song was treated...
there were two songs. The Bare Necessity song and
I Want to Be Like You,
the Monkey
King Louis song. Yeah. Oh my God. Anyways, I was very disappointed with that one because it's my favorite number in the whole franchise movie. And, I kept reminding myself in the movie that it's not a musical. They're doing this because they want to... harken back to the original. They want to do an homage, but obviously this movie is more about the story and the visuals than it is about the music.
Yeah, but I think it should have been the other way around, unfortunately. But so other cons are the graphics are amazing. Okay. Amazing. But I have seen a few missteps here and there, especially when at one point Baloo is walking behind / next to Mowgli. And I could tell that there was just a green screen behind Mowgli.
Can't be perfect.
Yeah, it can't be perfect.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Most of it is
considering
just,
that they shot the whole movie in a green room. It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. They took awesome. They took a lot of photography in remote parts of India, so that's where the inspiration for the environment came from.
Yeah, apparently the jungle is fake. Like, it's all CGI.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. They shot the movie in a green room.
Yeah,
everything
it's
is
crazy.
CGI except for Mowgli.
Yeah, except for Mowgli.
And come on, they did an amazing job. I'm thinking of Life of Pi.
That was awesome.
Which was similarly shot, also all CGI.
I preferred Life of Pi.
But it's treated differently. It's different. And plus, Life of Pi had ocean. So they could focus on tiger.
Yeah. Tiger and a few other animals.
And yes, chimp, orangutan.
But let's talk about the actors.
Yes, let's go through them as they appear.
I'm just going to talk about my favorite. Time. My favorite was Idris Elba.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my goodness.
Idris Elba voices Shere Khan, the rogue tiger.
Woo! He had so much attitude.
Oh my Lord. Idris.
And he would scare you just, by talking.
Just as Luther, he's so scary and, even though his character isn't much... It's Idris, man. It's Idris. One thing I love, and we have to talk about Bagheera because I was thinking of, Idris bringing that, British villain accent, which is such a classic, movie trope.
Yeah.
But what I thought was interesting was the difference between Bagheera, who was voiced by Ben Kingsley, who played Gandhi and so many other characters. But I just mentioned Gandhi because he's back in India all of a sudden.
But didn't he also have an English accent?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This is why I'm mentioning him, because Bagheera he's like a drill sergeant, he's like a military officer. He's training Mowgli and everything. He's a father figure, also a mentor, watching over him. And his British accent is very Downton, it's very proper. It's very, you must obey the rules, I love it. It's so like central London or Upper East Side, Essex, I don't know, Sussex, but it's so proper and it fits the character. And then I love how then you have the contrast with Idris Elba, who's bringing that, that straight British, he's from Brixton, he's got that edge to him.
Street.
He's got the street in him, he's like, well, we've got a man cub around here. I'm not having that. Need to get up out of my hood. Okay, now I'm getting lost. My imitations can only go so thus far.
Also, they used a few jump scares with Shere Khan here.
Well, they have to.
Yeah.
But my point is that I liked it because his character has so much history. He has this dark side. He's been roughed up.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's street, he's hood.
I loved it.
And
he was awesome.
It fit. It really fit. So maybe they didn't do it on purpose, but I just thought it fit for the character of Shere Khan instead of having him be like some British royal,
yeah,
king
so
or something.
let's move on to Baloo.
Baloo.
So the actor is from
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, yes.
Did you know that his older brother voiced Baloo in another movie, another Jungle Book movie?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I think maybe that's why they thought of him.
Some trivia for y'all.
Yes. Thank you, IMDb. But I have mixed emotions.
Oh, I think he did a great job. He was really funny.
He was funny. He was the comic relief of the movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm used to Baloo having a deeper voice.
Exactly.
So it was kind of weird, but he did a pretty good job. I
was like, this is not a bear's voice. It could be. But when you think grizzly bear, you think the original casting. I don't know who they cast for the original cartoon. I don't know about the French version, but the English version, he had a deep voice, and he was like, "Hey, a little guy." And it fit.
Yeah, he had swag. Bill Murray doesn't have much swag, in my opinion.
Well, he also had like this kind of, New York swag in it. But anyways, no, not New York. I'm mixing up. Maybe Boston. Anyways, I gotta review my swags, the original. So Bill Murray brought that goofiness. He really reminded me of the Ghostbusters, his Ghostbusters character.
Yeah.
Who doesn't take anything seriously.
Yeah, but that was useless comedy in that movie. But here it's on point. It's funny. It's actually funny.
Yeah, it was funny. I guess I was just distracted. I never really saw the bear. I kept seeing Bill Murray.
Oh no, I did not see him once. Seriously.
No, yeah? You were fully immersed?
Yeah, I think he did a good job.
Yeah. So I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying that because I know his face so well, I kept seeing his face when I heard his voice.
So what about Scarlett Johansson? She did the voice of Ka, the big snake.
It's pronounced Ka.
No, Ka.
Ka. So,
that's a reference to The Big Bang Theory, if you guys don't know.
For those who don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, Ka, with the breath.
It was short. Her appearance in the movie was really short. It was
so short-lived.
Unfortunately. It was well made. I liked the effect, the with the eyes all, shimmering and stuff.
I appreciated the casting choice, which was a voluntary choice to have Ka be a female voice, because Jon Favreau felt that there were not enough female characters.
So wait, in the original it was not
it was
female?
a guy. You don't remember? Yeah, it was a man. Like the whole cast was men basically in the original. That's why I didn't really connect with it, because it was just all boys, all men, and I was like, okay, it's nothing about I need it all to be girls. No, not at all. I really appreciate diversity, and I love the dynamics when you have different characters from different, gender, background, ethnicity, everything. Just it makes for a more interesting movie. So I appreciated that. Yeah, they cast a woman. She was very short-lived. She didn't get to sing her song except in the outro.
Yes. Well, we'll talk about that as well.
But what did you think of her voice acting?
It was okay.
I was kind of disappointed.
It wasn't that memorable.
She didn't give enough sultriness. Even though her voice is naturally sultry, I feel like she did a better job in the movie Her, where her voice was put to better use.
There. Yeah,
she was fantastic there. Here, it didn't feel like she was there.
Because she has a sexy voice, and Ka, I don't know.
It didn't even have to be sexy. It just had to be a little more snaky, a little more longer words, maybe. It just was. It was too dry. It was just, Are you here? Let me tell you the story about your life. And I was like, no. Let me tell you the story about your life, little man cub. Just a little more playful. I wish she would have been a little more playful.
You wanted it to be more cheesy.
Not cheesy, just more playful. Maybe I'm not a good actress, but don't look at my imitation or as an example. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
My second favorite character was Christopher Walken. Who
played King Louis.
King Louis. I thought he did a great job.
I mean, he was Christopher Walken.
Yeah, how can you not like that voice?
Christopher Walken, You come to my temple. You're gonna get bananas.
The CGI on that monkey.
Yo, his face was there.
Oh my god.
It's not okay. sorry. Fun fact. Well, fun fact. He keeps mentioning it. He is not an orangutan like in the cartoon because apparently there are no orangutans in India. He's a let's see if I can say this. Gigantopithecus. Gigantopithecus.
It was
Gigantopithecus.
It was very gigantic. So
yes, it is an ancestor of the orangutan, which has been found to be in India. So I guess they wanted to A, be accurate.
It's very ugly too.
And B, they wanted him to be more important, more
imposing,
scarier. And he was.
Yeah.
I didn't think his singing was necessary, though.
I loved it.
It's my favorite song. So that song was necessary, but him and his character singing, it was like, you don't expect him to be singing.
Well, they did the exact same thing with Baloo. It was kind of, they're like talking,
but
and
Baloo,
then
it fits.
They transition into singing,
No, because they were technically kind of like drifting on the river. So that's the moment when you sing with your friends. It's when you're chilling, in the water.
Sure.
But he's like, I want you to give me some fire. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I want to be like you. You're like, okay, I'll go with it. It was interesting, but I really wanted it to be like someone from New Orleans, just like the original. Get that nice, deep Southern band.
Yeah.
Horns singing, Louis Armstrong.
That's what I'm saying. It missed that oomph.
Yeah.
And also, you probably noticed that they changed the story, especially the ending.
Of course, yeah, but that's the whole thing. I think it was more authentic. I think they were being fidèle, or, I don't know how to say it in English right now. Ils étaient fidèles to the original, to the book.
Okay. You think so?
I think so.
I think they rewrote the whole...
last shot was a cartoon, and I think it was probably an illustration.
Maybe the last shot, but I think the ending, where all the animals try to help Mowgli fight Shere Khan. I don't know.
I loved it. It was very X-Men in spirit.
No, I liked it. I have nothing against the rewrite, but I missed that last piece where the
vultures?
birds, the vultures sing, and have that whole discussion. It's so great in the cartoon.
That is exactly why I was happy with this version, and I see where we didn't agree. I was so happy they didn't include the Beatles vultures.
Oh yeah, the Beatles, yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, Louie. Hey, you see the birds over there? I can't even do that.
I missed it. Also,
I did not. I was so happy. I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because they're not relevant anymore for the younger generations. Who's going to remember?
You have to reintroduce them to the younger generation.
Maybe the music, but those vultures, But they weren't serious. And this movie's trying to be serious, so... It was hard to make them serious because they're goofy.
I guess it's hard to integrate them in this serious movie.
In this story.
That's why I'm saying it should not have been this serious. I don't know. I also missed that scene where Baloo lifts a huge rock, and Mowgli goes under the rock, to get the ants.
Oh yeah.
And he drops the rock, and it almost hits Mowgli. I always felt so scared for the kid, and it wasn't in the movie, so I was kind of.
Come on, they're not gonna remake the exact cartoon. That wasn't the point. Again,
I wouldn't be mad. All
right, well, Disney, please make another.
Fix it.
Let's launch this again.
Fix it.
Let's reboot this
for the hardcore fans.
You could also just watch the cartoon.
Yeah, I guess.
There were a lot of Lion King references too.
Oh yes.
There was the.
Oh my god.
The water buffalo stampede.
Yeah.
In my head, I was just like, oh, playing the music. Where I was like, Simba, no! The way, spoiler alert, Shere Khan dies.
We've been spoiling for a while, but okay.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
He falls into the embers with his paws.
Just like what's his name? Simba's father and his brother Mufasa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Scar, obviously that's how they fall.
Hey, it would not.
I loved it.
It really wouldn't surprise me if the next Walt Disney movie would be a remake of The Lion King. You know, as a serious
maybe. But this felt like it was doing the job. You know, you had the water hole with all the animals coming together.
Yeah, I know.
Peace Rock and all that. Loved it. Yeah, I liked it. But yeah, it was very reminiscent of that. What did you think of the ending? What I mean is, I was glad that he didn't see a girl and then follow her to the human village. I was so happy that
he stayed with his
pack, his family. You know,
I liked the rewrite. I liked it.
I loved it. It was like, yes, you know, I felt like the other version was so racist. Like,
I thought that
stay with your own kind. Go back to your man village, you know? No. He's a wolf.
I thought that the inclusion of the tricks felt a little forced to me. They mentioned them a little too much.
Yeah, my tricks.
And it wasn't very believable that a kid, he's like 8 years old, maybe 10 years old, could really fashion, you know, such complex
traps
and stuff. Yeah,
gadgets. Well, I think so. Why not? Maybe that's how he's in the book.
Especially if he has no one to teach him.
Yeah, but how did man go from being, you know, monkeys and Neanderthals to being
if you go into
modern man? How did we come up with the iPhone?
Okay.
You don't teach that. It's just in us.
So I think I've said everything I had to say about the movie.
I think so too. Oh, we didn't talk about Lupita, Mama Wolf. I loved it. I loved that Mama Wolf was important. Yes, she was. She had so much heart. She loved her baby, you know.
I didn't like the wolves. I just didn't like the wolves in the movie.
I love the wolves.
They didn't have expressions.
You didn't love Baby Gray?
Oh yeah, yes, fine.
He
Gray
was
baby
the
was
cutest.
cute.
He's Mowgli's little brother. He's the
I liked the
baby Mowgli.
The comedic relief with the other animals, the tiny other animals. You know, when they interacted.
Oh, the little foxes that stole his plums?
No. The scene where Baloo asked Mowgli to get the honey.
To get the honey.
And the three little, like the pig, like a small pig, and I don't know what.
Oh, yeah, the pig.
It was really funny.
And the squirrel.
That scene was really funny.
Squirrels, of course. They always have to be included. Yeah. Are there squirrels in the jungle? I was surprised.
Oh, come on. No. There are no bears in the jungle.
Aren't there?
I don't think so. Jungle bears? I think forest bears, yes, or...
It sounds right, jungle bear. No?
No.
I mean, maybe. Maybe not.
We'll do a research, but...
Maybe India has a lot of things, you know? It's plentiful. But yeah, when that honey fell on that pig, I was like, honey glazed bacon. He better get on that. It looked delicious. He licked him like,
Also, I have to mention that Jon Favreau? Yeah. He was a little... he didn't want to work too hard, I felt. Because there was this one scene where Mowgli saves the little elephant.
Oh, yes. And the elephants, we didn't talk about that.
And you do not see Mowgli, you know, there's no close-up shot of Mowgli actually saving the elephant. You just see Mowgli go into this...
The pit,
in a pit.
Okay.
And you just see him, you know, pull the elephant back.
You want so much from this film. It was already long enough.
No, you could tell that, you know, they just didn't want to work. They didn't want to do the work, you know, more CGI.
At a certain point, you have to make a decision as a movie producer and as a developer. And come on, they had enough CGI. They showed him.
They cut corners.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, also the elephants. Weren't included. They didn't talk, and he didn't befriend the baby elephant.
Yeah, but that was fine because he, you know, with the rewrite, what he did, because there was no. In the original, there's like a song, and you get the elephants destroy the trees left and right. Yeah. But you know, they did destroy the trees so that they could,
pass through.
No.
Extinguish the forest fire.
Yes, the forest fire at the end of the movie. So I was like, okay, fine, that's good. But they made them also feel like gods.
Yes, that's what I was gonna mention. I really appreciated that they weren't all silly and like company, oh, pum, 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 the elephants will never forget.
That wasn't my favorite song either. So.
Oh my goodness! I was like, what is with all this military talk? I really wasn't into it. So I was really happy that they were not that way. But yeah, I love how Bagheera's like, we must bow to the elephants. Yeah. They created the jungle and everything that airs in it. They carved the rivers with their trunks and the trees with... I was like, whoa, is this true? I would love to fact check that. If somebody knows anything about elephants, please let us know. Did elephants really pave the way for jungles?
They did make the elephants look very majestic.
Yes, they did.
They were big, yeah, they were strong.
They were godlike, they were powerful and quiet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're like the silent elves of the forest.
Elves, really tiny, big. That's not the best comparison.
Big elves, fixing things.
So, do you have anything else to add?
No, not that I can think of. And I think we've spent too much time talking about this. I like the outro as well. The monkey scene made me think of Planet of the Apes. Yes. But it was different because I kept wanting, one of them. There were no apes. So
they were vicious, man. Those monkeys.
I kept wanting one of them to get up and say, "No,"
or Caesar, or something like that.
Or family. That's all I wanted.
But you guys should go watch it, especially if you like, the original movie. I think you won't be disappointed. All right. So,
it was great.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me again.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching.
So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like and share as usual. So this has been MGN the Echo.
Bye.
Bye-bye.